Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh, one of the co-founders at Desker, and today we're going to talk about 6 ways to prepare for your product management interview. If you think about it, your product management job search or your career search is really divided into 4 stages. The first is the research stage where you come up with a list of companies you want to work for. The second is the application process where you're going through the application, you send in your profile to the recruiter, you network with different people in the company to get your interview. The third is actual preparation. You've got the interview call and now you're putting in all that extra effort to ace the interview. And the last one is the actual interview, which is the final step where you bring in everything together and bring in your A game for the interview sessions with the different members of the company. The work you do across these different stages kind of overlaps. For example, you don't really randomly apply to any or every role, right? Well, if you do, then please stop doing it. It will not get you anywhere. For example, the effort you put in for your application, all the research you do, all the knowledge that you get about the company will actually help you in your interviews. Similarly, the people you network with to get your interview call or to get those references will help you when you actually try and talk to different people in the company. So, so you should think about your interview preparation as a journey versus like one big preparation session where you're trying to cram in answers to all the questions and then you have to go and spit it out in the interview. So let's go through 6 things you should do to prepare better for your interviews. The first one is understanding the company's vision, value, and strategy. This is often the section that is the most neglected by candidates, but it is very important that you learn what the core belief and philosophy of the company is. You read through their values and ask yourself, do they align with my own values? In the long run, it plays an important role on how happy you are at work. Look at their website and find out what's important for the company and how they inculcate these values in their work culture every day. Companies conduct webinars on a regular basis for users and investors. Go through the latest presentations you can find on the website. It gives you insights into the company's strategy, how the business is performing, opportunities and challenges ahead, and new product and services that are in the pipeline. For example, go through Google's earning call if you're interviewing with them. Ask yourself, what do I understand about the long-term vision of the company? Does it make sense to me? What in particular about that vision excites me? Make sure you put your thoughts down on paper because then it will help you frame answers to questions better. The second thing you want to look at is the org structure. You won't be able to find the organizational structure on the company's website. You might be able to find the key leadership team and investors. So use that information and look at their profiles on LinkedIn. It will give you an idea of what kind of backgrounds they are and what is the core setup of the company, and it will help you understand what type of organization it is. By that I mean, is it a sales driven organization? Is it an engineering driven organization? Is it a product driven organization or a design driven organization? A product manager would obviously want to work in a product driven organization. This exercise will also help you become more aware of the key stakeholders that you'll be interacting with, and you can use that information when you're trying to frame answers to the different questions you will be asked. Also, when you look at the org structure, try to find out if there have been any high profile hires in the company that are expected to bring about big changes. Keep up with the latest news on the org setup of the company. The third thing you want to look at is the customers and prospect. Who is buying the company's product? The third thing you want to look at is customers and prospects. Who is buying the products that the company makes? Does the company highlight its key clients on the website? Lots of times, especially in B2B, you will see use cases or customer success stories being put up on websites, which talks about how a particular feature or set of features helped a particular customer, solve their problems. These are a treasure trove of information. Go over them, understand the value proposition that is being highlighted by the company. Do you agree with it? Form your opinion. Look at what customers are saying about the products. Review sites like Capterra, G2, and Trust Radius give you a lot of great information about what customers are saying. You will be able to find out what people like about the product and what features they're looking for in the future. The fourth thing that you should look at is the product portfolio and strategy. It is my personal belief that this is the area where you should spend most of your time. A lot of people will disagree with me, and that's fine. But I think that knowing the product that you're going to be responsible for is very important, and there are very easy ways to find out and get access to them. For example, you can sign up for the product, go to the company's website and sign up for a free trial of the product, log in and play around with the product and jot down your notes. If the sign up is not available, then look at the demo videos. If you're talking to B2B companies, you might not be able to get that free account, right? So these demos will help. The sales team generally walks through the product and highlights the key value proposition in those videos. The third one is you can attend a demo call. So if neither of the above two is available, fill out a customer form and try to set up a demo call with somebody from the sales team. When you do these three things, make sure you make notes about the following. What are your first impressions about the product? How's the user experience? What do you like? What do you not like? How would you improve the product? Go over the release notes for the past 6 months. It tells you the pace at which the product team works and where the product roadmap is headed. The fifth thing that you should do is do a lot of mock interviews. You must have networked with people when you started your job search. It's time to tap into that network again. Try and find out somebody who has worked for the company. Ask them if they'd be kind enough to help you practice for the interview. Use the research above to frame the answers during your mock interview. Take their feedback on how you can improve, and if there's certain aspects of the company that you still need to dive deeper into. And finally, competitive research. Knowing the landscape where your product competes is important. Considering that you have limited time, I'd focus my research on the 4 things. Who are the top 5 competitors? How do they position their products? What are the product pricing? And how similar or different is the value proposition of each product? You want to do all of this, but sometimes there's just not enough time. In that scenario, talk to people who work for the company, find out which areas should you focus on more than others. If you think about it, this way you'll actually start acting like a PM by practicing the art of prioritizing even before you've got the job. I hope the 6 things that we've discussed will help you prepare better for your interviews. And if there's anything else you'd like us to talk about in the future, do let us know through the comments section. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Thank you.